That's why they can pop up. It can be 1,000,000 of them in this room. You don't even know it right now. Because they spirit beings. They don't have the makeup we have. But they beings, they even got bodies. But now, he said the dragon fought his angels. Verse 8.
And prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Uh-huh.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
See, that's who the great dragon is, right? He's that serpent. Some people even still believe that the serpent in the garden was a literal snake talking to Adam and Eve. Look, God can do anything. I understand that. But God is practical. He made a donkey talk one time, but you saw that he made a donkey talk. But in the Garden of Eden, he didn't have no snake talking. It's telling you right here who the serpent was. That just shows you he is a low-down individual. That's why he called him. But it called it right here, right? See, even if you didn't understand, it's telling you right here. You don't have to guess about it. That great dragon was cast out. He got kicked out of heaven. That old serpent called the devil and Satan. This is when he got kicked out of heaven. Go ahead.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Oh, and he done a good job. He deceived the whole world. That's what he done. Go ahead.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
See, him, not just him by himself. See, this is where you get plural. The Bible speak about devils, plural. The Bible speak about evil spirits, plural. So this is where you get them from. Because not just him, he said, and his angels were cast out with him. In Revelation 12, early on in this chapter, tell you it was a third of them. And the Bible say the angels are innumerable. It's an innumerable company. So how can you count a third of an innumerable company? That's a whole lot of them. But go ahead, verse 10.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
See, that's what Satan was called, the accuser of our brethren. He got cast down out of heaven. Go ahead, verse 11.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
See, now it said they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. You definitely need the blood of the Lamb. Because without the blood of the Lamb, you ain't going to make it at all. But now notice the title of this lesson is Evil Spirits. Obey God to overcome them. See, nobody never want to talk about obeying God. But see, you can't have the blood of the Lamb and not obey God. The blood ain't going to do you no good. That's what people need to understand. Obeying is the key. You can say you plead the blood of Jesus all you want. Them evil spirits going to tear you up if you're not obeying. I'm here to tell you that. And that's what they do. That's why they got the whole world messed up. And even people that's plead the blood, I plead the blood, I plead the blood. Them evil spirits, they ain't got to recognize that because you ain't doing what you need to do. You're not obeying. And we're going to see it in the lesson. So it's more than just the blood. You got to do your part. But without the blood, it wouldn't matter. He said they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. And notice, he tells you in this verse, you got to do your part. He didn't just stop there, did he? Read that verse again, verse 11.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
And what else?
And by the word of their testimony.
Okay, now they had a testimony, but they held on to it regardless of what they had to go through. So that means, and they had to do something. What else?
And they loved not their lives unto the death.
Oh, and they loved not their lives unto the death. That means, hey, they was willing to sacrifice and give up their life, wasn't he? See, you got to do something. You got to give your own life up and walk with God. People want to talk about sanctified and being holy, but they really don't want to do it. They don't want to be set apart from their family and friends who they've been doing the same stuff they've been doing because they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to give up doing the stuff that they've been doing to please God. But he said they love not their lives unto death, and they definitely don't want to give their life up physically for the Lord. But this is what he said they did, right? But go ahead, verse 12.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, now the devil is come down to the earth, right? He said the heavens can rejoice when he got kicked out, but woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
For the devil is come down unto you having how much wrath? Great wrath. He right here with us. That's why the world is messed up. He didn't trick people. See, once God gave him something to operate with, and once he was able to deceive people, hey, God just let it go the way it goes. That's how God is. He'll step back. He'll tell you what he wants you to do in your own life. God will tell you what he wants you to do, but he will allow you to do what you want to do. And you will reap the consequence of doing what you want to do. That's how God is. So he deceived man. Hey, God let this world be wicked as it is now, don't he? Because Satan, you following Satan instead of God. We doing what Satan wants us to do. Even the doctrine in the average church come from Satan. People don't know that. We're going to get to that. But now, he said at verse 12, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Then it says something else, because he knoweth that he got but a short time. See, the devil not in hell, literally hell fire now. No, he got great wrath right now trying to get some company. But still, you got to understand, he controlled by God ultimately, because he can't do nothing without getting permission from God. But now go to Luke 10. Let's show you Jesus knew about this. But see, people don't even relate that when you talk about evil or unclean spirits, evil spirits, that they are simply angels. People don't relate that. They don't put two and two together. But of course, Jesus knew exactly what they were. And being that his people was following him, he gave them power over them. Luke the 10th chapter. Luke the 10th chapter, and we're going to pick it up at verse 17. Jesus is going to tell us even about what we just read about when Satan got kicked out of heaven. And show you him and the angels know they got kicked out. They know they got a short time. That's why when Jesus came up on them a lot of times, see, they know who got power too. They saw Jesus before he even did anything. They said, we know you. You are the Son of God. What you doing here? You come to get us before time. They going to call them on that. They said, look, you come to punish us for time, ain't you? We got some more time, don't we? See, they knew. But now, 10 and 17, go ahead.
And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name.
Now look, Jesus sent out 70. He had 12 disciples, then he needed some more help. That shows you there's always help needed to spread the gospel. So he had 70 more brothers. And he sent them out preaching. And he sent them out with power to cast out devils and all of that, because it's a time for everything. So there's nothing wrong with casting out devils. But the Lord do everything in his season. And you can't tell me these preachers out here that say they casting out devils is doing it, and they can't even tell people to stop eating pork. They can't even stop eating pork. Get that devil out your mouth. You can't even do that. So I know you ain't casting out no devil, and that's why it ain't no evidence that they doing nothing. Ain't no evidence that they doing nothing. Healing nobody or doing nothing. No evidence. If it was evidence, don't you know the news media be there and won't leave them people alone? They will be there. And they will be able to do it so openly that it wouldn't be no denying it. It wouldn't be no denying it. You couldn't deny what Jesus was doing. In other words, they can just go to the hospital, go to a county hospital. And everybody will be following. See, that's what happened with Jesus. Don't you know people, they was putting beds in the street, even for Peter and them later on. They was putting beds out in the street. Just let me hit his shadow. See, they knew. So that shows you this is just a lot of folly that's going on nowadays. But the Lord allowed in time, he had them casting out devils. That's why they came back. All 70 of them said, Lord, even the devils, notice devils is plural, are subject unto us through thy name. Now we know where these devils come from. We know they got kicked out of heaven, right? But Jesus is going to remind us of this. Verse 18, he's going to tell them, because they happy about that. They happy about the power that they got right now. He said, look, this ain't no big thing. Let me tell you something. 18.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
See, he said, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. See, Jesus seen it. That shows you Jesus been around. He didn't start with Mary. He was the God of the Old Testament. Most people don't know. They want to do away with the God of the Old Testament, do away with his laws, and claim Jesus, but that was Jesus. The Father haven't done nothing but sit on the throne and let Jesus do it all, from start to finish. But anyway, he said, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. 19.
Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall be by any means hurt you.
See, he told him, I give you power to deal with these guys, these individuals, to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. See, that's what happened if you really following God and being obedient to him. You don't have to worry about it. Verse 20.
Notwithstanding in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto
Wait a minute. Now he didn't call them devils, did he? Because these devils are what?
Spirits.
They are all spirits. People don't understand that. All the angels, they nothing but angels. All the angels, every last one of them are spirits. The only divider is some are holy spirits and some are evil spirits or unclean spirits, however you want to characterize. That's the only difference. All of them spirit because they spirit beings. All of them was in heaven together before Satan and his crew got kicked out, right? So all of them are spirit. But people don't know that much. They think it's some, you got demons, you got this and you got that. Look, they all angels. That's who the spirits are. Even the unclean ones. So he said, look, notwithstanding in this rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you. See, that ain't no big deal, he said. He said the important thing is what?
But rather rejoice, because your names are written in heaven.
See, that's what you trying to strive for. See, we ain't trying to strive for no power here and now, or nothing we can get. That's why we ain't begging for money. We ain't up here trying to get rich and get all these cars that these preachers be trying to get in their houses, and we ain't worried about that. And because he even said, don't even worry about the power that you got over these spirits. Rejoice that your names are written in heaven. And that's good. That's a good start. But even you got to be careful because your name could be written in heaven and it could get blotted out according to Revelation 3. That's right. And some other place. It can get blotted out. That shows you this is an ongoing battle. But now, go to Jude, the first chapter. It's only one chapter, right before Revelation, Jude. So Jesus called these devils, he called them spirits. That's why the title is evil spirits. Obey God to overcome them. That's the key to dealing with evil spirits. You can have you can say you got all the faith in the world. You can scream as loud as you want to scream, calling on Jesus. From sun up to sundown, them evil spirits will laugh at you if you're not doing what you supposed to do. Because they know they already got you. Because believe it or not, that's what their goal is. That's how they know how to destroy you. The oldest thing in the book is to get you to go against what God's telling you to do. Disobey God. See, when they get you to disobey God, then God going to let them slap you upside the head. Ain't that something? God going to let them tempt you. And if you go for it, God going to tell you, don't do it. God done told you what to do and what not to do. Then when the devil tempt you in it, the devil going to say, look, God, he did it. And can I hit him? God going to say, go ahead. And the devil going to whack you upside your head. That's what he do. Now, he can whack you upside your head even though you didn't do nothing wrong, but you would know that too. Because God might let him test you. Just like he let him test Job. Job hadn't done nothing for that whacking he got. He got the big whacking, didn't he? He got a whacking like we ain't never seen. And he hadn't done nothing, but God is God. He will allow. And then he still blessed Job immeasurably above what he was in the first place. Because Job hadn't done nothing. Job stayed the course with God through all of that testing. But that just show you these spirits are here and God is in control of them. They're not just freelancing, but he'll give them a little room to maneuver and try you, and he will let them punish you. Now notice this, Jude 1, it's only one chapter right before Revelation. Jude, and we're going to read verse 6, because we found out Satan got kicked out of heaven by Michael.